Hey everyone, AFM Bio here. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to play some Road to 1800, episode 11. This is uh, probably the second last or third last episode in this series. And then also E6. So I play E4, E6, and D4 is the French defense. So E takes D, E takes D, and we will play C4. Okay. D takes C and Bishop takes C. Okay. So I like my bishop there. It's a good piece. So we're going to play knight to c3 and defend e4. Notice how I'm not rushing anything. I'm now going to play knight to f3 and stop anything coming to e5. And okay, he goes bishop there. And we're just going to play bishop to e3. And just like that, we have taken control. h3 stops knight to g5. And okay. We're just going to drop our bishop. No, we won't. We're going to play queen to d2 and looking to absolutely blow up this position. Also, we can castle long now, so I probably won't castle long, just in case. I'm going to castle long. Yeah, that doesn't really stop me from castling long. Not to mention I can play king to... Okay, I can't move king to b, but that's fine. So if I take this pawn, he takes that pawn, my queen goes in, knight comes in. Is that threatening mate? No, it's not. So, okay. We'll have to play king to b, so we'll play g4. He takes, it's fine. We're just going to do queen takes. And as you can see, our bishop is still protecting this row here. That makes no sense. Especially if you take my knight, I take your knight, you take that. Hold on. Take that. No. Okay, no, I'm just gonna shove this. I'm losing a piece anyway, so might as well take something for it. I am probably gonna take this pawn and take this pawn as well. That's fine. He can take the rook. Take a rook of your choice. I really don't care. Point being, you will die now. That's fine, I guess. Instead, I'm going to go and pin this knight. Wait, what? Yeah. No. I'm going to go rook to g. Point being, now I'm going to sack the rook. Yeah, you can't do that. Rook takes check. King needs to go in. Rook check. King goes in there. And I could take that bishop. Could, and I probably will. I'll just take the bishop. There we go. And now he's pinned. He has no escape squares, and he's just stuck. That actually kind of helps me out a lot. Okay, and now he has to play defense, so maybe rook to e. Well, the rook to e does not look good for him. I don't know. Rook to e really doesn't look good for him. I think he messed up. I genuinely believe he messed up. So we're going to go... Could go queen there, or bishop there. Okay, first things first, I'm going to pin that knight. Yeah, I believe pinning the knight is probably a better idea. Just pin the knight. And then rotate the queen over and just attack, 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 attack. Just get full-blown attacks. Although I'm going to have to protect that pawn, right? Okay, so he's now attacking nothing, actually. Okay. So that's there. Can I not take that? I cannot, but no, I can't take this. What? I can't take this. Okay, there we go. I'll take this. And now I'm threatening checkmate in one. And there's no stopping mate in one now. You are done. You resign now because this is savagery. This is complete savagery. I just sacked the rook. I sacrificed a rook. I sacrificed a knight, and yeah, you're dead here. This is I've played this person before too. Oh goddamn, dude. Whoops. That's a mating net, and there's no escape for you. That's crazy. Okay. Resignation is on the table. Wow. Okay, there we go. Resignation. And now we are at 1780. So we'll play one more and we'll call it a day. By the way, that was a masterclass, folks. If you don't, by the way, ignore me. I'm a little sick. I have my throat is a little sick. I am not sick in terms of fever, but yeah, I feel a little worse than last week. But anyway, this is the King's Gambit. It's a good opening. It really is a good opening. It's e4, e5, and f4. But you just play d4, and it's a different format of the gambit. So knight to c3, and now I'll just take this pawn to check, which you're going to have to do something about. We can play bishop to... Oh. What the heck? Okay, I'll just take that with check. Force you to defend with the queen. Yep. Sweet. And I will remove your queen. Now that queens are off the board, I will stop you from castling this way by putting my bishop. Then activate my bishop because I want a pawn. There we go. Because I stop you from castling, I want a pawn, so it stops that BS right there. That you have a hanging pawn. Not to mention, if you shove this pawn, I'll just attack that bishop and force you to play something else. And then I promise I did not. Okay, I'll force you to play something else because you're pinned here. And if you castle, I take. You take. I will go knight to e. You bring your rook. I will castle, and that pawn's not really going anywhere. So I mean, worst case scenario, you're gonna have doubled pawns. So, or tripled pawns. We'll see. But definitely double pawns. Yeah, your worst case scenario, you're getting double pawns for sure. And okay, so first things first, I'll take this with check, and then I'll take this with that, and I will play knight to c and castle long. I think I want to castle long. If we're going to castle short, I'm going to castle long and bring my knight to f. So that does not stop me. I will still castle long. I didn't even want to castle short. So, okay, I'll go knight to f6. And at some point, I want to play rook to e1, rook to e8, and just take the e file completely off your hands. So we'll do that. And at some point I will play king to b8 if needed, but I don't think I need it. So, okay. Rook to e8 and just take this full center. It's beautiful. I'm not going to fight you for it. I'm just going to go knight to d5. And point being, if you take, I take. I still have a centerpiece, and now that pawn's under attack. Which means now you got to do something about it. So, we'll see. Okay, so funny enough, I think I want to put my knight here, and point being, I want to take this pawn next. So, I don't know if you'll let me, but I will take that pawn if possible. And just like that, your bishop's also cut off. I can go here and just completely fork both your rooks. I mean, and your bishop. So that's like a triple fork that you don't want to deal with. Plus, if this knight ever were to move, that's a hanging pawn two-way. It's a two-way hanging pawn. So, yeah. Let's see. After this game, I will do a puzzle. So, yeah, folks, he is down to about 6 minutes. I still have 9 minutes on the clock. Folks, please take your time. I'm just playing fast because I've seen these tactics and I play these openings a little bit more. But no, please, you guys, if you have 10 minutes, please take your time. You don't need to rush as much as I do. He is almost down 3 minutes on the clock, which is impressive. Okay, so he takes that. So knight takes, and now I say I want this pawn. So what are you gonna do? We'll see. What? Okay. Rook takes. I have a center rook. I still have a centralized rook, and that pawn might hang. So, no. Get lost. Get lost with that knight. Also, you can't shove this pawn. If you shove this pawn, I go here, and rook here, and you lose this pawn, then you will lose that pawn at some point in the future, too. Where's this rook going? Also, now this pawn's under attack. So, I mean, you're making this a lot worse for yourself than it already was. So, I mean, okay. I just take a pawn. Now I can go fork you it if I need to. That knight's still hanging. I'm up a pawn. This is not looking good for you. Also, these pawns are like this pawn is isolated. You have an isolated A pawn that can become a weakness. If I trade rooks, I go back here. You have an isolated A pawn, and then I can go and torture the isolated A pawn. These two pawns are not going to win against my 3. If I trade knights off too, it's just all lights out. I mean, you're now down to 4 minutes. I am up 4 minutes on the clock. Folks, please take your time. If you need to, please take your time. You don't need to play fast, okay? I play fast because I've seen the tactics, but please, folks, slow down, okay? Slow down, okay? Cool. After this, we'll do a puzzle, too. Yeah, we'll do a puzzle after this. By the way, okay, what is that? Okay. Want to trade rooks? Notice how his knight can't go anywhere? Like, his knight has no legal square besides this, but if it goes there, I just take a rook. I mean, also, if you take... Okay, well, check. I'll go here and attack that pawn. And at some point, we're going to have to bring the knight to the center, so we will. But that pawn is now under attack. We don't have to move our knight at the moment, so I'm just going to start bringing my pieces. I don't need to move my knight. As you notice, moving your knight is not necessary at the moment, so we'll just wait. At some point, I want to trade and just remove these pawns here too, so I will go and do that in a bit. As you can see, his king is not looking so well. At some point, I want to play this and check him. Before I do that, I will play b6 and then c5 if he allows me. Point being, just keep him away from his pieces, and he's now down to 2 minutes in a couple seconds. So I am almost up 6 minutes on the clock. This is a little embarrassing for him, especially if someone with this much speed is just going to cut you out. Is crazy. Okay, so Now we're going to go check him. The whole point of this was to throw and check. And he did not see it. So we're just going to bring our pawn into the game, attack the knight. And as you can see, I'm not throwing away a knight. I'll bring in my king before doing anything, just stop him from getting into this position, and then we'll hit him with a check. Okay, yeah, so he just goes there. Cool. I guess that's fine. We'll just push this. And my whole point is to eventually bring the knight back home anyway, so. Okay. He's going to play king here. Yeah, he's going to play king there. And while he does that, I'll just take this. I'll go here, and he takes. Here we go. Yeah, no, you can't take that. He has 2 minutes on the clock. He has to be faster. So we'll go here. And as you can see, his knight's slowly running out of squares. And now he is now down to 2 minutes. Okay. Just going to bring our pawn. And as you can see, he's stepping his king away. We'll just kick the knight out. The knight's running out of squares to go to. And just like that, we'll bring our king. While keeping his king in check. That doesn't really do much. I'm actually just going to bring my king closer to that knight. The whole point being I want to get my king into the center. I'll take it. And as you can see, his knight's running out of squares. His knight has barely any squares to its name. That's fine. We'll just go king here. And as you can see, I'm going to now bring my pawn closer to the position. So we're just going to bring in my pawn. And now he will resign because there's no escape square. Your knight is stuck. Doesn't really bother me. I'm just going to keep pushing my pawn. I will queen before you, so you must take, which is insane. That is fine. You must take that. So if you don't, you die. And as you can see, this opponent is going to struggle. Especially if we go here. He has a minute 10 seconds. Hold on. Take this. Sometimes letting them queen is necessary, especially if he has like 7 seconds on the clock. That's a check. We'll just go here. And we'll push these pawns. And as long as we just go back. We just go back. He has a minute 2 seconds. We'll just go here. 59, 58, 57, 56. That's fine. And the whole point is we're just going to stop this pawn. Yeah, he has to go there. We'll go here. 50, 49, 48, 47, and that's made. If he didn't see that, that would have been crazy. All right, we'll do one more. The problem is we kind of got our knight stuck. If our knight didn't get stuck, we would have been fine. Okay, this is fine. We'll just go here and protect that, and we'll go here and protect that and attack that. We'll go here and attack that. So, okay, he does that. So we'll shove this pawn and stop any knight stuff from coming in. And I don't think that works because I just go here and force a bishop take or a knight take. We'll see. Okay, bishop take. We'll just do this and attack this. Force the knight out of the way. I will do this, and you have no more knights. And then I will block with the queen, and point being, you have to remove your queen off the board too. Okay, fantastic. All right, we're doing pretty good now. Since he has no more queens on the board, this is going to be much harder for him. I want to attack that pawn, but before I do that, I'll go here. And at some point, I want to slide my king in here. So he lets me anyway. Okay. By the way, this knight can't really go anywhere but here, so it will try going there. Okay, yeah. I knew it. So we'll go here and we'll protect that pawn, and then we'll attack the knight out of the positional square. That doesn't really bother me. The knight has to go back here. And just like that, yep. So the knight goes there. Okay, that's fine. I will put this pawn here and protect the bishop. And then I'll put the bishop here to attack that pawn. And then force this pawn here. Nope, never mind. I'd take the pawn. Never mind. Now this pawn's under attack. Okay, fantastic. Offer rook trade. I don't think he wants to trade rooks. That's fine. I think I'll attack that rook. Force him to trade rooks real quick. It's probably the best move to go. I guess he doesn't want to. Okay. Okay, so just cut the king off completely. The king has no squares to go there. At some point, I want to bring my light square. Do I want to take that? No. I will just bring the rook in, and we will wait. No, if I don't, he takes that. So no, I will take this, and then I will play. This rook to b, and just like that, he lost all his attacks, and we'll just do this. And the whole point of this is to just take as much space in the center as possible. We will go rook to c, rook to f. And as you guys can see, there's no need to worry because the king is very much safe in where he is. And at some point, I want to take this pawn. If he goes here with, okay, I will just take that pawn. Okay. I'll just push that pawn and then bring my rook into the game. I will now bring my rook to the game by attacking the bishop. And I'll play rook to f at some point and just take the full control. Attacking the bishop is actually really, really useful here. Okay. We'll go rook to e, attack the bishop again. Okay, force the bishop back there. Okay, fantastic. Now we take control of this entire row. Here we go. And our whole point was to trade rooks with him anyway. So now he is dead. He cannot play good protection, no good defense, and yeah, this is very much over. He created his own mating net. Not my problem, by the way. Definitely not my problem. He created his own mating net. Okay, so that doesn't work. For obvious reasons, I'll just go here, and I will take that rook. So I don't have to take that rook, so I will now go here and attack that pawn. And as you can see, his pieces are behind a huge back rank. So, okay, we'll go here now. We'll attack that pawn. And the whole point of this is to keep him in the back ranks. Okay, stop. And as you can see, his bishop never comes to protection or to protect him at any moves at all. It's not really possible, especially if we just keep doing this and attack the bishop. It has barely any squares to go to. And as you can see, the bishop is slowly getting cut off. So as long as you squeeze your opponent to make sure you cannot escape, there you go. Now you're stuck. Now as a bishop, you are stuck within this row. And yeah, you're not doing so good now, are you, buddy? And at some point, I want to go rook here, bring the rook in, and just completely bloody murder him. So we will. Okay, so here we go. I want to bloody murder you. That bishop is actually really just trapped in there. And even if you were to take a pawn, it's not end of the world. That is not a good move. That is not a good move because why? If I take that with check, you go there. I shove the pawn, you take pawn. You take pawn, I take pawn. Still go check. Okay, hold on. Take. Shove pawn. Your check doesn't really bother me, especially if I can just go king here. Okay. I take. And the problem is, yeah, you can't escape that square. So I'll shove the pawn. I will bring the rook in to drop a check if needed. And the king has barely any escape squares to his name. So yeah, poor king. Seriously, poor king. Check. King needs to go in. Yeah, so the king needs to go in, and we'll go rook here, and bishop check, and we'll bring the bishop out. Okay, so that's weird. We'll just protect our pawn, and there's no need to do anything there. And as you can see, this bishop is actually forever stuck. So, I mean, okay, sure. Funny enough, these pawns play great defense. So there's no need to do anything there. And we will just bring our king, because our king is perfectly fine. This king is just stuck within that little cube of his, cubic meters, cubic square, whatever you want to call it. Oh, also trade. Just trade. Because this gives us enough time to bring our king to protect this. There we go. It's protected. And as you can see, he is now going to try and wiggle his way out, but even wiggling is not going to save you. Right. So go here. And keep the king in check. There you go. Now the king's never getting this pawn. And the king has to go back up there, which is fine. We're just going to go wiggle our way out this way. And as you can see, I have shut down all of his pawns. Problem is, he can't let any of my pawns go. That's his biggest issue, is that he cannot let any of my pawns go. And as you can see, I'm slowly wiggling my way to his pawns. And once all his pawns fall, it's lights out, game out. You lose situation here. So, unfortunately, even though this is opposite colored bishops, this is a win. I'll go king here. So now your bishop can't even be played here. You cannot play bishop here. If you play bishop here, that's a hang. So so sad, but now everything is going to fall. I win everything, and yeah, sorry, bud. Take. Again, you still can't play bishop there. Take. And as you can see, all your pawns have fallen. And now I will just protect this pawn. There you go. And now I'll just play with these pawns. I will just keep playing with these pawns. Doesn't really matter where you go. You're not really going anywhere. You really aren't going anywhere. And as you can see, I'm now going to bring all these pawns. Free pawn. Okay, there we go. And just like that, you have been cut off completely. There's no escape. Bishop's going to die. Pieces are going to die. Everyone's going to fall. And you could resign, but I guess you won't. So I will cut you off here. So there's no more bishop back. So now I can run my H pawn. Or A pawn. I'm going to run my A pawn now. Okay, I'm just going to run this pawn because it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'll take the bishop. I blundered slightly, but I'll take the bishop. I'll go here. Now the king can't go in. And you might resign. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he resigns. Okay, so we're at 1780 still. Okay, here is the puzzle of the day. All right, folks. As you know, black to play and win. Take your time. 3 minutes. Go. Or no, actually, screw. 2 minutes. Okay. Got it. Good. Okay, so what do we do? Well, first things first, this is pinned. So now that I look at it, I can just take the rook, right? So queen goes there. And since queen goes there, we can bring the bishop back. Although if we bring the bishop back, what does he do? What? Can we not just trade the queens off? Oh no, I pick up the knight. Okay, cool. All right, folks. There's your puzzle. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out. Our puzzle is 1857. Okay, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe, like I said, I think we have two or one more video to Road to 1800, and then we're done with this series, and we will start Road to 2000 at some point. I probably want to start immediately. I will probably do a video on maybe like educational video, maybe like the Halloween Gambit and why it's so deadly. I love Halloween. It used to be my bread and butter, but I may even do a video on Sicilian Dragon. So yeah. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.